Hello, Chipper. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? You can hear me now. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. I'm going to give everybody a chance to jump in here before I get started ranting. It's just about all the whining from people on YouTube I can stand. Shouldn't be a competitive sport. Hey, Sid Dad. How's it going? How's it going? Now, I'm going to drink some bourbon here in a minute. I'll be all right. I'm going to whine. Actually, I'm not going to whine. I'm going to probably going to. I probably should have put it on age restricted or whatever. I'm probably going to like use bad words and stuff. Seriously, I thought that was important. I'm opening mail while I'm waiting for people to show up. In case y'all are wondering. I wonder what Wells Fargo wants. The car again, probably. I don't know. I found a stack of mail there. Oh. Thought you put it there. I guess Kirsten put it there. It's the. Guess what? You're going to be a daddy or a granddaddy. Or anyway. That's 3 minutes. Nobody's gonna show up. Nobody loves me. It's the top of my head. Hey, look here, Simon. I just said nobody's gonna show up, and there's more. I retract my previous statement that nobody loves me. Either Sid's dad or Chipper is running incognito. Or didn't stay. You know how you start these things and then you just hang out. You don't do anything for the first 10 minutes. Giving everybody a chance to get the notification so you can come in and oh, that's cool, says that. But hey, Tibor. Anyway, then you finally then you go and you start talking about 10 minutes in, and then after you've talked about everything, then people want to come in after an hour and ask, "What were we talking about?" You should have been here then. I mean, if your kitten videos or your whatever it is you're doing is more important, then rewatch the video. I'm not gonna do it tonight. I'm gonna hang out with y'all for about 10 minutes, and then we're gonna start talking about everything that's going on because this is probably gonna get West S the real one shut down. Honestly, hey, because there's just seriously, there's just so much, there's just so much. We try to get told to do stuff. Which city? Yeah, when we get moved or whatever, I'm going to be very involved in local politics over there. Oh, I bet that's exciting. Carol? Probably not so much, huh? Oh, wow, the missus snuck in here, didn't she? She's probably going to start making me wear a different piece of jewelry every time I do a live stream. That way y'all can ask me about it. I can wear it around my head, put the necklace over my head so it looked like I had one of those, whatever you call them, tiaras, and y'all can ask me about it. How's the weather in Georgia and T-Bar? I forget where you're from now. Arkansas, I think the weather's fine. The hippie channel? Maybe you should let me put soap on your belly. Finally had enough of that dog scratching. Gave him a bath. He's not scratching his back anymore, but he's scratching his belly. That's right. Told you let me give you a full bath. You don't want to do it. I wasn't fighting for it. No, I ain't playing with you. Treat me like I ain't the boss of you and then expect me to be nice to you. All right, Carol. That the city council thing is like important. So she gets a hall pass. He probably wants to go play with the bees some more. Okie dokie. We got 60 seconds. Y'all know anybody that wants to be here for this? You better let them know because I'm going to kill this live stream when it's over with. I'm going to make it go private. Which doesn't matter. You have to delete it not to get a whack for it. So, hold on a minute. Come on, dude. I'll let you out. But if I get stung, you're toast. You want water? All right. Dog stuff's over with. All right. There we go. 13 seconds into the 10-minute mark. Uh, who else present? Carol had to bounce. So that probably leaves Tibor, C103, Chipper, misses. And I'm assuming Sid's dead. And Aid. Yeah, the internet has been questionable all over the world for going on 6 months now. There's a what? Oh, another solar flare coming in. Yeah, the the Dems in the days know more about what's going on than any of us ever will. So, okay, here we go. For starters, we live in a constitutional republic. The end. The United States of America is a republic governed by a constitution. It is a union of individual states. Areas can choose to join the United States. They can apply for statehood, which state implies an individual or an independently governed area or country, like the state of Uganda or, you know, oh, they must have got through talking about the taxes. Anyway, we live in a constitution. We do not live in a democracy. We have a unique form of government in that our form of governance is a form of democracy, in that each group of people is supposed to be represented. We were actually supposed to avoid political parties and stuff like that. We were never supposed to wind up two political parties warring one against the other, because all Republicans do not think like Republicans. All libertarians don't think like libertarians. Liberals are not libertarians. Shut up, Prager, you. Liberals are liberals. Libertarians are libertarians. Democrats and communism and socialism. There is not a democratic country in the world that isn't socialist. Democracy is the mob rules, the majority rules. The majority rules is always going to be those who have less, those who feel like they're being mistreated. So they are going to want more and more and more and more from the government. Then you wind up with more and more power in the government, and then nobody has anything but the government. We're not a democracy. Okay? Quit talking about our attack or the attacks on our democracy, and we don't live in democracy. The end. There was a coup in November, and a socialist group, I don't know how to put that, took over the governance of our country. None of the groups like that revolt against and take over and pull a coup on a country like that. The one yesterday, some country lost their government. The military took it over. It's some little country. Anyway, those guys that did that, they were backed by somebody else. The people that pulled the crap in November are backed by somebody else. The end. We don't need to save our democracy. We don't live in a democracy. We need to save our republic. Stop telling me to save a democracy. I don't want to live in one. All you small town center line Democrats, all you Southern Democrats, and well, all you people that think that the Democratic Party is anything other than the problem. Anybody who was raised in a household where you had two Southern Democrats for grandparents or great grandparents, and you believe anything politically they believe, they were taught to believe that way so we could get to where we are right now. Walter Davis put out a really good video today about communism being like moving dirt. You do it a little bit at a time. You take over a little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit. You move a little dirt, move a little dirt, move a little dirt, move a little dirt. And pretty soon you got the dirt where you want it. All the dirt's on your side of the line. That was a good video. None of the good videos are getting views. The other one, don't be ungovernable. Well, yeah, we live in a constitutional republic. We have a set of rules that dictate how we're to live, a set of rules that dictates how we're supposed to treat everybody else, and then we govern ourselves. We didn't want to have to do that. So we started electing people that would govern our city, our county, our state in a way where we would get what we wanted and we could screw our neighbor out of what he wanted. And here we are in a democracy. You asked for it, you got it. I love my mother-in-law to pieces. She's a Democrat. She can't help it. She voted wrong the better part of her life. But she voted what was right, what was best for her being poor. That's the way communism takes over. It doesn't make them bad people. Just that's the way it is. All countries are doomed to be history. We've been running for 250 years ish. Turned 30-some years, 40-some years, whatever, I don't know. Yeah, we're done. Chances are really good that we're done. So yeah, tell me what I need to do about saving my democracy and this, that, and that thing. Shut up. Another thing. Quit screaming at me to get off the couch and go do something and quit waiting for somebody else to do something. Bitch, you're sitting on your couch talking to your camera, not doing a damn thing, telling me to get up and go do something and stop waiting for you to do it. Watch your own videos. All of y'all. It's not just one person. That's like 90% of the guys out there doing this stuff. You really need to shut up. The only people that are buying what you're selling are probably wearing masks or stockpiling ammo. Both those people are the problem. If you're worried about running out of ammo, learn to reload. Keep your casing. Get some bullet molds. You can buy bullet molds and a powder coating deal, and you can make your own lead for those 223s. They work just fine. You can make your own lead for 7.62 by 39. You can make your own lead for 308. You can make your own bullet for anything you want to put down range. If you're really worried about running out, you would have a setup, a real setup. You're just playing couch warrior and stuff and wanting to be able to brag about how much damn ammo you got delivered and got stacked up behind the house. I was going to get into fisticuffs with an old boy at the Walmart. Because he was griping because nobody ever called him and told him they had ammo in there. They can't do that. There's a store that I no longer shop at because I found out the guy was calling his friends to let them know the ammo came in. No. Smart. First come, first serve. The those people, those are our enemy. Those are the enemy of a republic, because in a republic, everybody works together for the best of the republic, not the individuals therein. It's what's best for the United States, because what's best for the United States is what's best for its citizens, not for this specific group of citizens or this specific group of citizens. Stop telling me to get off the couch while you're on the couch. You ain't motivating anybody. And I don't care if you're doing a driving video or a walking through the woods video or a flying your airplane video, or flying your kite video, or up in the deer blind video. If you're sitting there doing everyday stuff, telling me I need to get my armaments upon me and go out and get shot so the revolution can start, you just shut up. It's stupid. What are we talking about? Hey, Rachel. Who else? Sewing in it. Oh, nobody's talking. I guess they're probably not listening. If you're listening to what I'm saying, comment to keep the wife awake. She has to listen to this all the time. She actually sits in the car with me sometimes. Sometimes I think I need a 24-hour-a-day camera going on me so I can actually get the good stuff recorded. Because we're fitting to switch over and start talking about abortion. And then I'm going to lose my stuff on it. Age listening. C103 is afraid to say something. Carol's listening. All right. Let's talk about abortion. Let's go back to the Republic. See, we're 50 states and a few territories. Puerto Rico and Guam need to step up, or they need to quit taking the tax money. They need to either step up and be part of this, or go on and do their own thing. I don't care which one. I may go to Puerto Rico when they get to back together, but probably not. Yeah, don't sew your fingers. Well, there you need to sew, because that was actually a really good. I mean, it was down to earth, nothing complicated, straightforward. It was a really good video. It was really well done. Anyway, if the super intellectual, hyper intelligent, short on oxygen, brain cells deprived of oxygen people that live a mile up in the air in Colorado think that abortion is okay and want to make it legal, to do post-delivery abortion, what? But anyway, the people in California want post-delivery, whoever wants post-delivery abortion, just don't wear a t-shirt in support of it near me. You are a serial murderer. You actually support serial genocide. You feel that it is okay to take a baby that has come out of the womb and is drawing its first breath and sever its brainstem from its spinal cord. That's exactly it. if I see somebody wearing one of those things saying that abortion's okay and they've got to be for the post-delivery abortion, then I'm going to just tell the cops, hey, her mom called and said she changed her mind about wanting a kid. I just aborted her. I didn't kill her. I just aborted her 38 years after delivery. No difference. None. She had a chance to fight me. 38 years ago, she wouldn't have. If we want to do something about something, if we want to set the country straight, let's do that. If your dad got drunk and come home and raped you and you got pregnant, it's not the baby's fault, but that ain't right. I can kind of see that. If there's a 99% chance or 90% chance that if you try to take the pregnancy to term, let's say you're at 13 weeks, and they tell you, yeah, we might be able to get you to term, but chances are both you and the baby are going to die at 5 months or 6 months or whatever.
And that's still in there. It's risk life.
Yeah.
Of either one. And it's medically necessary.
A medically necessary abortion. I can understand. I would not want to be the parent that had to choose themselves over their baby. I wouldn't want to be that person. I would not want to have to choose my wife over our unborn child. I know who I choose because I met my wife and I hadn't met the baby. But then I had to sleep after that. My little girl is carrying a baby the size of a flipping walnut. The whole thing would fit in a walnut. It's got a heartbeat. It's got little fingers. It's not a random chunk of flesh just growing inside her womb. It's a baby. I mean, who the hell thinks it's okay? If you don't want to have a baby, do something different. There's 15 or 20 different things you can shove up there to keep the stuff from getting to where it's got to be to make you pregnant. Some of them you can put in and take out. You know, if you plan on going out and having one heck of a Friday night, you can pop that puppy right in there, no sweat. You want to wear it all night? I've got to go to the little lady's room. Hey, problem solved. You got things that the doctor can put in there. It'll stay in there a good little while. You ain't got to worry about it. There's pills you can take. There's shots you can take. You got options. Hell, put a raincoat on it. I think they even have raincoats to put in them. Don't do it. You don't want to have a baby, don't do what it takes to have a baby. It's that simple. Because it is your body. I agree with that 100%, lady. That is your body. If you don't want anybody shooting a load up in there and giving you a baby, don't let them. Put it in. We ain't putting that in there. I might get pregnant. But as soon as you decide that it's okay to do that. It's up to you. You get to decide whether the risk is worth the reward. The risk is that you could get pregnant and that now your life has to play second fiddle to the resulting life created by your choice for Dwayne. It was your choice. But after conception and attachment and the little sac forms and there's a little squiggling around in there, your choice is over. Up to you no more. All you can take your damn temperature. You can find out which several days of the month you need to avoid Dwayne. You can do that. It's your body. It's your choice. Be responsible about it. If you choose not to, too bad. If you don't want to raise the little shit, put it in a pound. There are thousands, hundreds of thousands of really good people out there waiting for you to decide you don't want to keep your litter. That's why everybody started adopting dogs, because there wasn't no babies out there. They can't have a little hairless monkey, so they have a fur baby. I don't care who you are, what you think your rights are. Human life is human life. Life is life. Okay? Texas decided that once it had a heartbeat, you couldn't kill it. Not unless it was trying to kill you. It's the same way the laws read on a lot of stuff. That's fair. If you don't like it, don't come to Texas to have you killed. If you don't want to live in a state where you can't kill a defenseless human child, move the fuck out. Or at least wear a shirt telling us that you are a baby killing whore, so we will know who you are. How's that? Who's that?
What?
Who's the link to?
Walter's tent.
Oh, okay.
Chipper said he didn't want it.
Thank you for that. I was talking to the blue light again. I really don't like to do videos like this because it really hurts people's feelings when you talk like this. But I mean, seriously. I mean, some people need their feelings hurt. We've let him bully us down to where, I know a lot of good people, good, strong people out there. You talk about their dog, their truck, their mama, their sister, they'll beat you down. But they will not stand there on the corner and tell you what they actually feel about something that the news has deemed politically incorrect. I'll give some of these guys that. There are a lot of spineless ass people in the United States right now. But literally, for us to take the republic back or start a new one, actually, is what we'd have to do. A lot of us are going to have to lose everything we have. Literally, you have to be willing to give up everything. I mean, there will people that will lose their livelihood. They will lose their property. A lot of them would lose their lives. They'll lose their families. Their families will turn on them because their families want the security. They want the security of towing the line. I mean, you've got to be willing to throw away everything to stand up for what's right. You're not willing to throw away everything you have to stand up for what's right, you're never going to stand up. Because you've always got that point. You've always got that point where you're going to sit down. And you're just going to say, no, I'm not ready to risk it for that. And if you're not willing to risk it, why the hell should the rest of us? Well, I can come up with a few reasons. Because it's right. And there's 11 people in here. Y'all have no idea. I mean, I've already said enough in here to get myself ostracized out of this community. This community. The property I'm fixing to buy, that sale could fall through. Now, my wife could get her 2 weeks notice tomorrow. Just this is enough to ruin everything a person has worked for their entire life in today's society. Cough medicine. I mean, does anybody disagree with anything I said? I mean, do I? You're not saying? I can't reach through here and smack anybody. Well, I know where most of you live, but I wouldn't do that. And honestly, I wish I could say that I never did buy into the whole abortion thing. I'd give anything to be able to say that. I used to be okay with murdering babies. Praise God, I never did have to do that. When got to marrying years or whatever, never considered it. It was never an option. It was never talked about. But before that, I mean, it was, it's like everybody else back in the late 70s, early 80s. If you were worried about something bad happening, there was always that guy uptown, man. It was $200. Do not Google post-delivery abortion. It's not new. And yeah, they sell the pieces. Literally. You get a bulk discount on the small fetuses. We live in a sick world. Sense of urgency. Me and a good friend of mine were talking today, and he said he felt an impending sense of urgency about things. People, if you do not feel an impending sense of urgency about things, you might want to wash your hair because you've got your head stuck somewhere it ain't got no business being. Okay, Mark. I had to read my dyslexia was really playing with those, what you typed in there, Sid's dad. It was, I was like, if the words, it wouldn't write the words out right. I'm like, sorry. I hate dyslexia. Hope nobody ever has to deal with that. This sucks. They're they're running the plays. Well, actually, they're not running the place. They're getting used to run the place. There's something wrong with either our atmosphere or the sun. I don't care. We're not talking man-made climate change, people. There's something wrong with the planet. I don't care who, what, when, where. The doves got here late. The buzzards didn't arrive on time. The other birds left early. I don't know what's going on. There's something wrong. It feels hotter outside at 92 than at 107. I mean, you can, if you're in the sun, literally, you can step into the shade and boom, man, it feels like 92. The minute the sun hits you, you're on fire. It's not just me, anybody I'm standing with. I mean, literally around here, we've been having to run and hide from the sun. What's wrong with the sun? Is there something wrong with the sun? Is there something wrong with the magnetic field on the earth? Did we, is there a giant hole in the ozone over North America? Oh, what is going on? I don't know. Nobody's telling us. The government is now putting out radio ads on regular broadcast FM stations telling everybody in all parts of the world need to be set for at least 72 hours? See, that's the thing here. It wasn't even hot the day that thing fell, but you couldn't be out in the sun. The honeycomb, when it fell, you couldn't stand to get out. You couldn't stand to be out, and the dogs were begging to be in. They won't even stand out in the sun to wait for you to get to the sidewalk to pet them. They're running over into the little shade deals. And it's only 90 degrees. And wasps. Whole, what, 15 wasp nests in that one trailer? At least 15 wasp nests in one trailer. 10 wasp nests within 20 foot just in one clump of trees. 23 wasp nests around the eaves of my house, plus several out in the trees out back. I haven't even killed them all. 5 wasp nests within a 6-foot area in my little storage shed. And I'm not talking wasp nests. I'm talking wasp nests the size of dinner plates. I killed every wasp nest on this place last summer. I've already killed every wasp nest on this place once this year.
You can have them back, T-Board. Some of them nests were like the size of a flipping dinner plate.
It's sick. I mean, and their wings don't look right. So did y'all's wasps come down here? Why would insects migrate south? I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm just.
Thing that says that the animals and the insects are having to evolve.
Oh, they are. Yeah, and they are. They're definitely doing that. Have you seen the size of the regular just black and gray grasshoppers, the ones that get up about 2 inches or whatever, jump all over the place, the locusts? Have you seen the ones outside this time? They're 4 inches long. They're big. They're as big as the ones that don't have wings, but they have the wings. Folks, I'm sorry if you do not feel a sense of urgency. You're screwing up. Big time. Even if you're the guy that wants to step out on the front porch and embrace the shockwave so you don't have to suffer through the nuclear holocaust. Dude, store some stuff for your kids. My wife said something and I don't know what. What?
You know how like there's the aluminum and stuff from where they see the clouds?
Yeah.
Maybe they're putting something in the atmosphere to help COVID spread faster.
Well, that's just lovely.
Just trying to help.
You're not helping. Well, now I get to try and think that through. The different variants sure are spreading awful fast. I mean, and they'll be in New York and California at the same time. I don't know. Later, Chipper. Have an excellent bath. Close curtains. Actually, I've tried to burn that. That wasp nest won't hardly burn from nothing. It does smolder and smoke real bad though. I don't know what they make that out of. That's some fire retardant paper right there though. It'll burn while there's a flame on it, but it won't hardly take off on its own. But yeah. What else? Oh yeah. A thing that they used to call them tornadoes, but they don't call them that anymore. It went through like the middle part of the United States, and it tore up a bunch of stuff. And who voted for that? Who voted for that, dude? Seriously? And that's what we've been missing down here. I finally saw one the other day. We're usually covered up with them. And there's usually so many cicadas. Well, it's past time for them, but in June, we shouldn't have been able to hear ourselves think. Down at the river, they were still pretty healthy. In August, again, the seasons are a month off. We're having August heat. It's September. August heat didn't start until it was nearly September. It was last week August before we got hot. And it usually gets hot in July. And then it stays hot all the way through August. It ain't never got hot in July. It didn't get real hot, or didn't get very hot until I don't know, first week of August, and then it didn't get hot until the end of August, and then it's September, and we've had 100-degree days already through September. We don't have 100-degree days September. Yeah, some well water has high calcium in it, but I've never. You can get arthritis from drinking too much well water. Hold on, I gotta get some water. What do you want, fat Sal? And there's weather. There's a little something that happens over, I don't know, 60, 100 or so miles. You'll start seeing it 100, plus miles west of us. But you have to also go another 100 miles north. In that area over there, they get these, they'll pop up thunderstorms. They'll come up real fast. Just this isolated thunderstorm. They'll come up real fast. They'll dump some water, throw some lightning, and disappear. This is the cool thing. I used to work over there, and I'd watch them all summer long. And they were the number one cause of grass fires over there. We don't ever get them down here. I watched one this morning. And the unsettling thing about it was larger. It didn't move. Those over there are moving fast. It exploded. It went so high, so fast that it was causing a shadow upon the sky. It was 9:30 in the morning, and I could see faint stars through the shadow of that storm. And then it just disappeared. Just into the whiskey clouds. Did it last night too. The one last night was further east of it. This one literally like bam, right behind that. Well, right behind that, like maybe 6 miles away to the edge of it. And I was like, wicked cool. Then it occurred to me that what doesn't happen? You get a storm building that high, that fast, it just keeps growing, and it turns into a bunch of tornadoes, and it rips out of the Sweetwater. It's just always what happens. It exploded, cloud to cloud. I don't think it shot one bolt of lightning to the ground. And then just quit. You've always had to worry about your well water. But you can't. Everybody's like, "Oh, I drink spring water." You know, you need to make sure that spring water is okay too. It's the total dissolved solids in your water you have to worry about. But I digress. I don't think she's got a calcium blockage in the artery or something like that. Probably got more to do with her food. People that drink a lot of milk, they have to worry about that. The problem is you got organic calcium, and then you've got the other one. You don't drink the well water, you die of dehydration, so you're screwed one way or another. There hasn't been any of those all summer, or there hasn't been any in the past couple of months anyway. We were always seeing them from the B-1Bs flying over. They're not leaving them anymore. Got 2 large airports close enough to me, 3 actually, for the planes to be flying over all the time. And then we're 77 miles from Dyess Air Force Base. But no, there hasn't been very many condensation trails lately. Which actually had me thinking maybe they quit putting the particulates up there, and that's why we're getting all the extra UV. The cotton is eating this sun up, though. I have not seen this healthy a cotton, dryland cotton, in forever. It got a lot of water early in the season, and now it's just getting hot and sunny. Hot sun, hot sun, hot sun. And it's just they're like trees, man. Loaded up with blossoms and bolts. I can. They do the B1Bs do low level over me. They're quite annoying. Um, yeah, I don't know. That's about it. Yeah. Abortion's bad. The end. We live on a planet now where the actual part of humanity that was created to be mothers scream and decry the right to kill the very purpose they were put on earth. That's not okay. Yeah, we used, and I don't know, honestly, I haven't been looking up. Been walking around staring at the ground a lot because that's where everything needs to be done. This morning, whenever I was looking at that storm and at the deep blue behind it, there wasn't a chemtrail in the sky. So, anybody got anything else they want me to rant on before I get off of here? That's about all. Yeah, I wore myself out. And a lot of the people out there screaming for the right to kill babies and stuff, it's just because they was raised wrong. Honest, I don't think they hate babies. They're just beat down and weak and don't know how to be right. There's that, Rachel. Uh, my mother and my sister worked at a convent. Uh, they had opposing shifts. They were the cooks for the convent because the nuns had all gotten to a point where, well, they just needed help. In none of the ladies' sisters ever came right out and said it, but there was several times that my mother was informed how lucky she was to have got to be a mother. Oh, Sid's dad out of here? I missed that part. All right, later, Sid's dad. I try to be nice to my kids because they're going to pick my nursing home. Um, Rachel, did you see Mrs. Question? Yeah, excuse me. Fake cantaloupe. Oh, looks like I might be missing. Something. Let's see what we're missing on YouTube. Hell, our fearless leader might have gone live. We're probably missing something cool and super duper important. Like him stumbling over the ability to speak. No. Oh, Southern Ohio went live. I didn't know. Oh, he's got Doc Bones and Nurse Amy on there. But yeah. Dun, 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 dun. I don't get nearly all my notifications anymore. My wife found this really cool thing. It's called a Boxable. And now I'm sitting here looking at them, thinking that's cheating, and how cool it would be just to do that. You have to Google it yourself. It's Boxabl. It's a little prefab house that comes on a pallet, and then they stand it up and boosh. It's a house. It's already wired and everything. Does it come with the bowls and stuff? Or do you have to buy your own bowls? If you have to buy your own bowls, that's kind of lame. Kirsten bought a gerbil. Not a gerbil. What is it? A rat. Hamster. There's a movie about mushroom zombies. Just FYI. Been doing a little research into the zombie culture and stuff, and how many there's Japanese and Thailand and South Korea. South Korea has a really good zombie movie out there. It's two young people trapped in their apartment across the street from each other. Forget the name of it now, but I watched it and I was like, this is really cool. And yeah, it's it's you got to read the words while you're watching the thing because they're not speaking English. But all right, it's probably one of the best zombie movies, and it's of course it's Asian, so they're overacting everything. And oh, that's a good movie. A hamster. So you know what? I guess it's already on Insta Wiggy Rams or whatever. Does anybody know what I do on my phone? Let me check. Government. We owe China 1.12 trillion. We don't owe China shit. You owe China 1.12 trillion. I owe Verizon $90. Oh, those are cute, Rachel. I love Angry Bet. He's the only guy on here that puts up memes that are actually worth watching or reading or whatever. Sometimes they're annoying. Hold on, I have to go to Facebook now real quick. If y'all don't want to watch me check my social media, then you shouldn't still be here. Yep, that's a wrap. Of course, she had to get one that looked like a pig.
It's an Oreo.
Oh, it's Oreo?
It's black and then it has the middle. It has a ring of white around its middle.
You know that walking bacon that's black on the front, white in the middle, and then black on the butt? Looks like one of those. Or an Oreo cookie. Did she name? She did not name that Oreo.
Yes.
Lady Oreo.
It looks like an Oreo cookie.
Yes, it does. With fur and whiskers and ears.
So you dropped your cookie out in the floor and you have gone. It looks like an Oreo cookie.
I ain't eating that Oreo cookie. Not unless I fry it in bacon first. And she got a female one. What if it's been in a cage with a boy one? She's gonna have freaking little Oreos running around all over the place. Ugh. That's okay. I got a box over there that keeps crapping baby chickens. What did we see the other day that made us think of her? Um, oh, that stuff at the garage sale. We probably could still ship that to her. How much does that cost to ship stuff to Alaska? Or not Alaska?
I don't know.
Hawaii.
That pink envelope I sent the other day that was so stuffed was $10.
Oh, never mind. You have to come get it. It's heavy. What do we have for dinner? Mac and cheese and hamburger meat and cantaloupe. It was, I cooked. Um, it wouldn't fit. And besides, I think I don't think that counts for Hawaii. Did Sasquatch sneak in here? Oh, there it is. Anyway, we're going to go start the paperwork on the dirt tomorrow. Got all the particulars worked out. Or some dirt. It's not the dirt. It's the dirt we're buying tomorrow. Um,
Why was that so much good?
so you was helping C103 do his water project. What's he going to owe you now? I know I ate too much sour cream and onion dip. So if I get unregular, that's what I do. And then I'm not unregular anymore. How do you embrace going bald? I'm going bald and I refuse to embrace it. This little patch right here, all standing alone. Look at that. Ooh-wee. That line's actually a scar, but still. Fight it tooth and nail. That's what I'm doing, baby. But I think whenever that scar shows itself to everybody, I think I'm gonna get a haircut. Probably not, but my brother's 60, whatever the hell. I think he's pulling full Social Security or whatever. Anyway, here you have a receding hairline. Doesn't have to shave. Oh, okay. I think I'm catching up. Oh, hey, do you need to hurry up and figure out how to get over here so you can help me reclaim your caravan? The missus went in there with a can of wasp spray and she thinks she got all the invaders. But
It's the thingy. Oh, you can't see them.
back up a little bit.
Which way? This way. Can you see them, Rachel? Not very good. They're blurry. Now, can you see them?
Let me do it. I'm going to try to put it on high def. Okie dokie then. Oh, are those hers? This is giving everybody the finger. What are they? Oh, well, I couldn't see them. You had them in front of my face. Yeah, pattern baldness is okay. It's weird. The oldest brother, not going bald. Second brother, receding hairline, like mine. Brother that passed, receding, and then bald patch. And me, the receding. I don't know about my sisters. They get some really cool stuff in there. I actually stole one the other day. I actually wear this when I go to town. It's just string, but it's some fairly decent nylon cord. So how much string is there, but it's there. And my grandson's got one. His is red and black. When I was in the oil field, around moving equipment and stuff like that, and then even at the plant, I kept my hair. I had to keep. I didn't have to, but the first time it got caught in a pulley, I cut it off because it could have just as easy wrapped up and killed me as just pull some hair out. So the white crystals, yeah, that would be a pretty decent signal mirror, that's for sure. Uh, Met a guy when I was 23. He was 23, and he had a full head of silver hair. He went gray at 13. When he hit puberty, solid, his hair turned gray. And Uh, yeah, it actually really worked for him with the ladies for whatever reason. Hey, Nadavalier, got here late, just winding down. Uh, Missed all the good stuff. I don't have it in me to go back over there. I want to go back to cussing and stuff. I don't. I don't see how you could be an atheist and be okay with abortion. Well, I don't. Just let it go. Oh, I'd so marry you again if I could catch you this time. Might be too smart for me this time. Oh. Also, I do stand a chance. Cool. I won't have to break out the bola and trip you up. Oh. Got plenty of chickens. September 14th is supposed to be 103. Friday the 10th. September the 10th is. There's nothing wrong. Nothing to see here. Move right along, folks. Let's Google that. We're going to Google. Oh. It's, yeah, it's at least 3 weeks out of whack. Oh, there's an image. Say, look at that. Later, T-Bar. Whoa. That's not helping me out. Um, oh, here we go. The climate change has altered Earth's tilt. You don't reckon that the changing of Earth's tilt might change climate? Consider all of our seasons and everything revolve around that tilt and the wobble.
Now, honey.
I'm sorry. Earth's poles are moving, and that's normal. But new research suggests, no wonder how new, within just decades, climate change and human water use have given the poles wandering an additional nudge.
Although they've said that the magnetic north
Yeah, there's that. I don't want to watch a video. Oh, I want to read. Um, by combining the polar drift data with water data, the researchers showed that most of the pole's movement was triggered by water loss from the polar regions. That'll be ice melting off land and flowing into the ocean, with smaller input from the water loss and blah, 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 blah. Intriguingly, anyway, I give up. I mean, we're uh, pick your natural disaster, folks. Food, water, and a way to defend yourself. Not everything you need to fight a small war, a way to defend yourself. That's probably it. Oh, we've been always been in every satellite of Sol affects every other satellite of Sol. We feel Mercury, Mars, Luna, uh, Jupiter, Halley's. We feel all of it. They feel us. That's why everything works. The problem is we've got, how far out is that near Earth object? I forget. It's supposed to hit sometime this month. They've been keeping it out of the news though, so it's really hard to follow. Um, One of those is actually going to get close enough that all its little buddies, that those bigger pieces like that drag behind it, are actually going to pepper us pretty good. And quite honestly, all it would take is one good comet tail. All we'd have to do is for one comet to come through and go through the solar system in the path of our normal orbit. And then we would literally have to fly through that tail for months, picking up all of that stuff to completely change the climate on this planet. Depending on what, I mean, we could be picking up water, magnesium, silver, gold, iron, uh, uranium. There's no telling what we'd pick up. Could just be water. Oh. All right, Sasquatch, be good. Yeah, I gotta get off for two. I started yawning. I fought the yawns last time. I shall not do it tonight. In parting, though, seriously, don't. If you're not off the couch, don't tell me to get off the couch. If you're being governed, don't tell me to be ungovernable. you're not willing to give everything up, don't expect me to give everything up. And if you're that person that thinks it's okay to steal the very chance of life, of a life from another human being, for no reason, an innocent human being, do you deserve the life you have? If you're willing to kill an infant so you can continue to go to ladies' night unimpeded, do you deserve to go to ladies' night? Just answer yourself that. We don't live in a democracy. We live in a republic. Learn the Constitution. Be aware that with every right becomes a responsibility, or becomes a responsibility. You can't have the right to keep and bear arms if you're not going to be responsible enough to learn how to use them, store them safely, and use them proficiently. You don't deserve the right to keep and bear arms if you're not willing to bear the arms while accepting the risk to your personal well-being. There's responsibility attached to every right we have. You have the right to speak freely. You do not have the right to lie. The press has the right to report the truth. The press does not have the right to lie or to push a political agenda. We as a republic would be justified in rounding up every newscaster that pushed the socialist agenda and putting them into prison. And actually removing their right to be in the news. News is facts, not opinion. The opinions are not the press. You can write a fictional novel and publish it, and people can read it, but it has to be published as fiction. If you can't base it in facts, you're lying. If you have to twist the facts or half-ass the facts, you're lying. The press does not have the right to lie. It falls in the same line as the freedom of speech. Don't want to act like you're in a republic, then don't gripe about the republic falling apart. Love all you people. Y'all still out. And everybody remember Lady Oreo in your thoughts and pray that she doesn't get out of the cage anywhere close to Shiloh. Love all y'all. We'll see y'all next time.